Hello, welcome to BBC World News. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says he's on his way to the United States in his first trip abroad since the Russian invasion. US media was reporting he was going to Washington. Now he has confirmed on Twitter on his way to the US to strengthen resilience and defence capabilities, he said, adding, "I'll also give a speech at Congress and a number of bilateral meetings." We've also had confirmation of the trip from the White House. In a statement, it said President Biden will announce a significant new package of security assistance to help Ukraine. Well, let's talk to BBC's Hugo Bashega, who's in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. What details do we have at the moment, Hugo, about what this visit may hold?
Yeah, Karen, so it's official. President Zelensky is going to Washington, and we had a statement from the White House saying that a package of military assistance is going to announce a package of $2 billion. And I think the headline here is that the US will be sending Patriot missiles to the Ukrainians. These are sophisticated air defense capabilities for the Ukrainians. The authorities here have been asking for this kind of technology for quite some time, and they say that it is essential for the Ukrainians to defend cities and towns across the country from those Russian airstrikes. For weeks we've been talking about this Russian strategy to target this country's essential infrastructure, and it seems that the Americans, the Biden administration, decided to go ahead with this Patriot missile technology and give it to the Ukrainians as a result of those missile attacks. So it is expected, so what we can expect is that President Zelensky will be holding talks with President Biden, then there will be a news conference, and then later today President Zelensky will be addressing the US Congress. And I think it's important here because we can expect President Zelensky to make the case for more aid. There's been some criticism, especially from some Republicans, towards the level of assistance that's being provided by the US. So I think the president will be using this opportunity to make the case for more aid, as there are no signs of any kind of negotiations to end this war here.
Seen many video appearances by President Zelensky to various parliaments and organisations around the world, but actually being there in person, that really sends out a message around the world, doesn't it? And to Russia after 10 months of war.
Absolutely. It's very significant, and it's very important that this visit, the first foreign trip, is to the United States, which has been the most important ally of the Ukrainians in this war. The US has committed more than $18 billion in assistance since the start of the war. And obviously, lots of security risks involved. And this trip, the official confirmation that this trip was happening came hours before it was due to start. So there were some reports in the US overnight, and now this morning the Ukrainians and also the Biden administration confirming that the visit is going ahead. And yes, full of symbolism. Yesterday, President Zelensky was in Bakhmut, a city right next to the front line. He was there. He met soldiers. When he talked to journalists and talked to the people there, you could hear the sound of explosions in the background. And again, another demonstration of support, a show of defiance, as he was very near positions where heavy fighting has been happening. And now his first foreign trip as the president is traveling to the United States for those talks with President Biden.
Hugo, thank you. Hugo Bashega in Kyiv.